a chair. It's your boy ScullyPop with stories to share. From the page to the stage, I've done it all. Books on the shelf and curtain calls. I whisper tales in the dead of night with a little ta-ta-ta just to feel right. And if you need some tingles down your spine, ska, 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 yeah, that sound is mine. Then buckle up, it's quite the ride. We're going deep, no need to hide. Where the entertainment doesn't stop. You're tuned in now to ScullyPop. So close your eyes, then enjoy the glide, and we'll see you on the other side. I've read my novels by candlelight, with every chapter feeling just right. I'm the author that reads to you slow, with rhythm and rhyme in every flow. My fingers snap, the mic goes hot. Live from the heart, I give all I got. A little jazz, a touch of noir, mix in some ASMR and you're not far. Ska, 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 ta, 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 let the rhythm carry you. Ta, 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 ska, ska, ska. Feel the story, feel the vibe. Now with ScullyPop, so dim the lights and let it slide, and we'll see you on the other side. Yeah. Stories whispered, curtains raised, books turned to gold and voices praised. I'm just the guide on this wild old ride, and if you're still with me, I'll see you on the other side. Da, da, da. Where are my slippers? Where's my notebook? My dreams, write them down. Write down your dreams. Write down your dreams. Don't forget to write down your dreams.
Check, 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 check.
More silence. More silence.
Tingle, tingle.
And now, it's time to go. My journey to where I'm going is steady and still silent. I gather my belongings and my clothes, my garments, my gloves, my
When
socks,
Larry sings,
and I put them together in a way that I'm telling a story with my appearance.
when Larry sings,
The silence starts to break. I start to sing to myself, engage how I feel. I put my clothes on, and still more silence, more silence. Where's my water? Drink plenty of water. Be fluid, be one with water, be one with air.
Tingles begin.
Preparing myself for the adventure, for the purpose of music, for the sound to grow within my belly. I am ready to start my day. to the next moment.
Sound check.
I start my day in silence. Wear my slippers. Where's my notebook? My dreams, write them down. Write down your dreams. Write down your dreams. Don't forget to write down your dreams. More silence. More silence. And now, it's time to go. My journey to where I'm going is steady and still silent. I gather my belongings and my clothes, my garments, my gloves, my socks, my heels, and I put them together in a way that I'm telling a story with my appearance. The silence starts to break. I start to sing to myself, engage how I feel. I put my clothes on.
Thank you so much, Larry.
Still,
Appreciate that generous donation.
Silence. Where's
Welcome
my water?
to the show.
Drink plenty of water. Be fluid. Be one with water. Be one with air. Preparing myself for the adventure. For the purpose
Hey,
of
New
music.
York in the house.
For the sound to grow within
Oh,
my
Cajun
belly.
Sasquatch,
I am
moderator
ready to start my
extraordinaire.
day. I let my vocals carry me. Carry me to the next moment.
Richard Morgan, good to see you. Got a great show planned for you tonight. Scotty Waddles. Thank you so much, Larry, for that generous donation. Got wonderful 15 emojis at your disposal, badges next to your name, behind the scenes videos. It's not buffering here. It must be you, is he? Caucasian, you're not buffering, huh? Let's see. Let me buffer. Check out those emojis. Add a little color to the chat. From our Emerald Wonderland series, some of our hybrid characters, some that you know all too well. Captain Hook, that's the Tin Hatter, one of my creations. Cheshire Wizard. Lawless in the world, lawless in the world, lawless in the world. Got some good imagery tonight for you. Some take it out to the jungle. Yeet, yeet, whoop, whoop, whoop. Tingle, tingle, tingle. Sk, sk, sk. Oh yeah, I think Lawless got a membership. Lawless, that was from Larry Sings. He's in the chat tonight. Body Illusion, the Grunge Thing, Scotty Butters, and Liza Indiana. Welcome to the library. Some behind the scene videos, ASMR, a few stories. Some good stuff back there. How you doing, Six Bows? Bud Files, good to see y'all. I put a lot of coordination into this one tonight, so hopefully everything comes off without a hitch. I do need to turn my volume down just a little. Actually, pull that up. Welcome. Hey there, literary adventurers. Welcome to Robinson Crusoe meets Tarzan, where civilization meets the wild. I'm your host, ScullyPop, and this epic crossover is about to blow your mind. What happens when the scholarly Swiss family Robinson encounters the ultimate jungle king? Pure adventure gold. While you'll love this series for its Robinson's transformation from civilized teen to jungle survivor, Tarzan teaching wild wilderness skills no school could provide, heart-pounding crocodile lagoons, lioness encounters, and pirate battles, deep exploration of the family bonds versus survival instincts. Your mission? Smash that like if you're ready for this wild ride. Ring the bell for future episodes. Comment Team Fritz or Team Tarzan. Share with 3 adventure-loving friends. Join the membership for exclusive content and early access. Special challenge. Comment your favorite book or movie survival skill for a chance. Personalized shout out. This crossover honors both classics while creating something entirely new. Civilization meets nature. Family bonds meet jungle law. And 2 worlds collide in the most spectacular way possible. Thanks so much for coming by. I'm your host, ScullyPop, where the entertainment doesn't stop. Good evening, everybody. I'd like to say hey to everyone before we begin. Appreciate y'all coming out. Put a 1010 in the chat. Let me know if you're here. 1010. How you doing, Maureen? Hey, Miss J. 6-month member, Tingle Room. Awesome. Any questions? We got a number of moderators out here that can help you. Always reach out to the channel at jscullybooks at gmail.com for business inquiries. How you doing, TWP? We have to help out Izzy a little bit. She's got a bit of a headache. Hey, Sweet and Low. How you doing, Khadijah? I'm glad you made it. Body lotion. Let me miss anybody. Hey, country girl. Welcome to the show. Rick. Cutie Pop. All right, I'm going to slip through the cracks there. Y'all give Larry a big thank you for those memberships. A lot of y'all are in here right now that got a membership. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I better plug in my phone. About to go dead. Plug up my phone. Yeah. Does it make sure it's good to go? Khadijah. Well, thank you for sharing it out, Khadijah. You doing, country girl? Rick said, what's popping? Hey, Spongy Gold in the house. Did Izzy say she's feeling a little bit better? I didn't think so, but everybody got a good cup of coffee. Couple new coffees we're serving now on the menu with a little bit of chocolate. I say, I'd rather have my tea.
You in the teacup? In the tea?
You're doing great, country girl. Awesome. I wanted to make sure I went through all the show photos tonight. And is where the horror bill. I guess I cut myself off there. What's this one? I guess that. Let's see here, guys. Yeah, let's start that off with the reading there. I'd like to welcome you to the House of Thrillers. I'm your host, ScullyPop, where the entertainment doesn't stop. Tonight, we're going to be reading Robinson Crusoe meets Tarzan, a mashup that I wrote the other day. I know a lot of you out there were probably fans of Tarzan growing up. Come to find out, I think there was over 36 Tarzans that played through the years. Izzy can correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, Randy Jean. C4. Phone back over here where I can see it. Hit that like, it's free. Thank you so much, Randy Jean. Thank y'all for adding emojis to the chat. Some wonderful color out there. If you're not a member, we certainly appreciate your best scud, which looks something like this. A little sunshine into the chat there. So yeah, I guess this is where Tarzan grew up. And who's swinging through the vines? What it do? I feel like something is off the line. Boom, Izzy Pop, hit it good, sweet and low, got a gifted membership, aka Khadija. That's right. Thank you. I guess that's Tarzan's knife. And some Tarzan vine rope, whatever you call it. Johann Robinson, father and scholar. Elizabeth, the heart of the family. Some of y'all remember them. And of course, Fritz. And Tarzan, king of the jungle. I am Tarzan, king of the jungle. Hey, Dan. Dan's in the house, everybody. Awesome creator. Influential. Reinvigorating. Mr. Dan Anderson. Get myself situated for a fun read here, Dan. I'm about to get kicked off in a minute. Kind of went solo on this operation. From inception to production to release. And as you know, normally Izzy Pop is doing a lot of the behind the works stuff, you know, as far as the overlays go. But I do know she was working on a beautiful video for another creator, Crystal Phoenix Rising. Y'all check out her and that new video they're going to release. Dance, listen to some fire. Tarzan, king of the jungle. The morning mist clung to the ancient trees like ghostly fingers as Fritz Robinson pushed through the dense undergrowth of the uncharted island. At 17, he had grown tall and lean during his family's 3 years of exile. His once soft hands now calloused from building, hunting, and surviving. The Swiss boy who had once dreamed of university now moved with the quiet confidence of someone who had learned that nature was both teacher and executioner. Careful, son. Those prints are unlike any animal we've cataloged. Too large for a gorilla, too human-like for a bear. For weeks, the Robinson family had noticed signs of another presence on their island paradise. Broken branches arranged in deliberate patterns. Fruit peeled and consumed with tools they didn't recognize. Most unsettling of all, the feeling of being watched during their daily routines. Fritz crouched beside a massive mahogany tree, examining deep claw marks scored into its bark. Father, look at this. These weren't made by any animal's claws. These are too precise, too purposeful. Twigs snapped overhead. Both men froze, their eyes scanning the canopy. In their 3 years on the island, they had learned that the jungle's silence was often more dangerous than its noise. When the parrots stopped chattering and the monkeys ceased their endless chatter, something apex was hunting. A shadow moved between the leaves 30 feet above them. Fluid, graceful, impossibly large.
Show yourself.
Johann called out in German, then repeated in French and English, "We mean no harm." The response came not in words, but in action. A figure dropped from the canopy with feline grace, landing in a crouch 20 feet away. Fritz's breath caught in his throat. Before them stood a man, or something that had once been a man, tall and powerfully built, with long dark hair and skin bronzed by endless sun. He wore only a simple loincloth. Scars crisscrossed his chest, and arms like a living map of jungle battles. But it was his eyes that held Fritz transfixed, intelligent, wow, completely unafraid.
Tarzan.
The figure said, beating his chest once.
Tarzan, king of jungle.
Johann stepped forward slowly, hands visible and empty.
I'm Johann. This is my son, Fritz. We are visitors to your jungle.
Johann stepped forward slowly, hands visible and empty. Tarzan tilted his head, studying them with the intensity of a predator evaluating prey. He circled them slowly, never taking his eyes off the pair. Fritz noticed the man move without making a single sound. His bare feet finding purchase on leaves and twigs that would betray any normal person's presence.
You build on Tarzan's island. Cut trees, frighten animals.
We were shipwrecked. We built only what we needed to survive. We tried to live in harmony with. Tarzan held up a hand, silencing him. He'd heard something Fritz and Johann missed entirely. A low growl echoed through the jungle, followed by the distinctive sounds of something large pushing through the underbrush.
Say, boy. Female with cubs hungry.
Fitz felt his blood turn to ice water. In the 3 years on the island, they had encountered the great cats only twice. Both times ending with desperate retreats to the treehouse fortress. But Tarzan showed no fear. Instead, he moved to place himself between the Robinsons and the approaching danger.
Climb tree. Hide now.
We won't abandon to you, Johann began.
Now.
Tarzan roared, and for a moment his voice sounded more like lion than man. Johann grabbed Fritz's arm, pulling him toward a nearby ironwood tree. Father and son scrambled up the thick trunk, their 3 years of practice serving them well. From their perch 20 feet above ground, they watched in amazement as the Jungle King prepared to face down one of Africa's most deadly predators. The lioness emerged from the brush like liquid death. She was massive, her golden coat scarred from countless battles, her yellow eyes fixed on the 3 intruders in her territory. Behind her, Fritz could see movement, at least 2 cubs. And then she would fight to the death rather than retreat. Tarzan stood perfectly still as the great cat approached, his breathing slow and controlled. When she was 10 feet away, he began to speak, not in English or any human language, but in a series of grunts, roars, and calls that seemed to come from somewhere primal ancients. The lioness paused, her head tilted in confusion. Tarzan continued his animal speech. He pointed to the trees, then to the cubs, then back to himself. Fritz realized with growing amazement that the Jungle King was negotiating with the predator. Incredible. He's actually communicating with her. The conversation, if it could be called that, continued for several minutes. Finally, the lioness snorted once, gathered her cubs with a series of low chuffs, and disappeared back into the jungle. Tarzan looked up at the father and son in the tree.
Sabor agrees. You may come down, but you owe Tarzan debt.
Fritz dropped to the ground first, mind reeling with questions. How did you do that? How did you speak to her?
Jungle has many language. Tarzan speak all. Must know friends from enemies. Johan climbed down more carefully. The scholar's mind already working to understand what they've witnessed. You saved our lives. What debt do we owe you? Tarzan studied Fritz with those penetrating eyes. Boy learns jungle law. Tarzan teach. Boy teach Tarzan city ways. City ways. Tarzan knows civilized men come to jungle sometime. They build, they take, they leave. But he gestured to their small family settlement visible through the trees. You stay, you adapt. Why? City ways? Tarzan knows civilized men come to jungle sometime. Johan and Fritz exchanged glances. In their 3 years of isolation, they rarely spoken of their previous life to anyone but each other. We had no choice. Our ship was destroyed. We built what we needed to survive, keep our family together. Family. Tarzan understands family. Kala was mother. Kerchak was difficult father. Now gone, Tarzan alone. Fritz saw something in the Jungle King's expression that he recognized. The loneliness that came from being the last of your kind, cut off from everything you'd once known. You don't have to be alone. You could visit us, meet the rest of our family. Tarzan's expression hardened. Civilized men mean death for jungle. Tarzan protect jungle. We're not like other civilized men. We've learned to live as part of this place, not as its conquerors. Prove it. How? Tarzan looked directly at Fritz. Boy, come with Tarzan. 3 sons. Learn jungle law. If boy can survive. If boy shows respect for jungle. Then Tarzan believes civilized men can change. Fritz felt his heart pounding with excitement and terror in equal measure. 3 days alone in the jungle with this wild man, learning skills that no European university could teach. Son, I don't think I'll do it. I'll learn. Tarzan nodded approvingly. First lesson, start now. Follow Tarzan. Make no sound. Disturb nothing. Learn how make move like jungle, not like man who conquer jungle. As they prepared to venture deeper into the primordial wilderness, Fritz realized that his real education was just beginning. Behind them, Johan watched his son disappear into the green cathedral. Torn between parental fear and pride in the young man Fritz was becoming. jungle king had found his student. Civilized boy had found his teacher. And somewhere in the space between wilderness and civilization, both would discover truths about family, survival, and what it truly meant to be human. Part 1. Hey, Misty, thank you. I'm just looking up at chat. We'll take a little intermission here and see what you guys are up to. So I'm glad y'all made it in. I guess it's Friday night. Y'all probably staying up late. Thank you for that donation. Darren, how you doing?
I start my day in silence. Where are my slippers? Where's my notebook?
Slippers.
My dreams, write them down. Write down your dreams. Write down your dreams.
Hey, Misha.
Don't forget to write down your dreams.
Misha Lee, welcome. Misha Lee, it's pop, $3. Oh my God, my hero. Well, thank you.
It's time to go.
Damn. You already gave me a membership. Well, thank you, Dan. Scully's screen looks amazing.
I gather my belongings and my clothes.
Randy
my
James.
My gloves. My socks. My
You can't
heels.
hardly keep up with all this.
And I put them together in a way.
I'm getting there,
I'm
though.
telling a story with my appearance. The silence starts to break. I start to sing to myself.
Pretty
Gauge
cool,
how I
huh?
feel.
So far.
I put my clothes on. And still, more silence, more silence. Where's my water? Drink plenty of water. Be fluid. Be one with water. Be one with air. Preparing myself for the adventure. For the purpose of music. For the sound to grow within my belly. I am ready to start my day. I let my vocals carry me to the next moment.
Nanite. Hey, Gator Pop.
I start my day in silence. Where are my slippers? Where's my notebook? My dreams, write them down. Write down your dreams. Write down your dreams. Don't forget to write down your dreams. More silence. More silence. And now, it's time to go.
Yeah, Samodia.
My journey to where I'm going is steady and still silent. I gather my belongings and my clothes, my garments, my gloves, my socks, my heels, and I put them together in a way that I'm telling a story with my appearance. The silence starts to break. I start to sing to myself. Engage how I feel. I put my clothes on. And still, more silence, more silence. Where's my water? Drink plenty of water. Be fluid. Be one with water. Be one with air.
Huh. You better quit. Let me give you something better this time. Check, check. The jungle at midday was a living entity that breathed with the rhythm of 1,000 unseen hearts. Fritz followed Tarzan deeper into the island's interior, marveling at how the wild man seemed to flow through the dense vegetation like water finding its natural course. Every step Fritz took seemed to announce his presence. A snapped twig here, a rustled leaf there, while Tarzan moved in perfect silence. Stop, Tarzan commanded, suddenly holding up a hand. Listen. Fritz strained his ears, trying to separate the symphony of jungle sounds, bird calls, insect buzzes, the distant crash of waves against rocks. Something else. Something that had made his skin prickle with primitive warning. Crocodile. Old one, very hungry. They had emerged at the edge of a lagoon, its surface mirror still, except for the occasional ripple that suggested something large moving beneath.
Fritz couldn't see any sign of the reptile, but Tarzan pointed to a spot near the far bank where logs floated innocently.
Not logs. Eyes waiting.
How do you know? Tarzan tapped his nose. Smell. Old crocodile smell like death and mud. Also, he gestured to the complete absence of smaller animals near the water's edge. Animals know. Jungle tell truth to those who listen. Fritz tried to absorb this lesson, realizing that everything he learned about observation and deduction from his father's scientific method was just the beginning. The jungle demanded a different kind of intelligence, one that engaged all the senses and trusted instincts honed by millennia of survival. Now we cross. Fritz's eyes widened. Cross? You just said there's crocodile. Many crocodile. Crossing water is necessary jungle skill. Fear of crocodile meaning death of thirst. The Jungle King began gathering vines with quick practice movements. Within minutes, he had fashioned a simple but sturdy road that stretched from one side of the lagoon to the other, anchored massive trees on both banks. Tarzan goes first, Fritz watch learns. The fluid graze. Tarzan swung hand over hand across the lagoon, his body moving in a rhythm that barely disturbed the vine. Halfway across, Fritz saw movement in the water below. A massive crocodile launching itself upward, jaws snapping at the spot where Tarzan had been a split second before. Your turn. Fritz's hand trembled as he gripped the vine. Below, he could see at least half a dozen of them circling around, their prehistoric eyes fixed on him with patient hunger. Don't think. Thinking make fear. Fear make mistake. Trust body, trust jungle. Fritz took a deep breath and launched himself forward, hand over hand. He pulled himself across the lagoon, trying to match Tarzan's smooth rhythm. Halfway across, his arms began to burn with fatigue. The vine seemed to stretch endlessly ahead of him. Below, the crocodiles gathered like a prehistoric welcoming committee. Don't look down, he muttered to himself. But it was too late. One of the reptiles exploded from the water, its massive jaws snapping shut inches from Fritz's dangling feet. Panic seized him. His hands began to slip on the vine, slick with sweat and fear. Fritz! Tarzan's voice cut through the terror. You are not prey. You are predator. Show crocodile who own this jungle. Something primal awakened in Fritz's chest. A roar that sounded more like animal than human tore from his throat as he swung forward with renewed strength. The crocodiles below seemed to pause, perhaps surprised by this display of aggression from their intended meal. Fritz's feet touched solid ground. He collapsed to his knees, gasping. Tarzan nodded approvingly. Good. You found jungle voice. Now, crocodile, no, you are not easy food. Is that what the jungle law's about? Acting like a predator even when you're terrified. Jungle law about balance. Weak animal die. Strong animal survive. But strength, not always muscle. Sometimes strength is brain. Sometimes strength is heart. Sometimes strength know when to fight and when to run. As if to illustrate his point, Tarzan gestured to a nearby tree where a family of monkeys chatted excitedly. Monkey, weak alone, but together. Monkey drive away leopard. Monkey understand family strength. Fritz thought of his own family. His father's wisdom. His mother's nurturing. That's why you wanted to learn about civilization. Isn't it? To understand how humans create family bonds. Tarzan's expression grew distant. Kala taught Tarzan that love make family, not blood. But Kala gone. Kerchak gone. All ape family gone. Tarzan alone until... He paused, studying Fritz intently. Until now. The afternoon light filtered through the canopy as teacher and student continued deeper into the jungle. Tarzan showed Fritz how to read the signs that warned of danger, the subtle changes in bird calls that announced a predator's approach, the way certain flowers closed when poisonous snakes were near. And the difference between the tracks of a hungry animal and a satisfied one. City men look with eye only. They were tracking a wild boar. Jungle men look with everything, nose, smell, fear, sweat, and prey. Hear, heartbeat of hidden enemy, Skin feel change in air before a storm come. Fritz tried to apply these lessons, gradually becoming aware of layers of information he'd never noticed before. The jungle began to reveal itself as a complex community where every creature, plant, and element communicated constantly with everything else. As evening approached, Tarzan led Fritz to a massive tree whose trunk was hollow at the base, forming a natural shelter. Tonight, we sleep here. Tomorrow, harder lessons. Harder? Fritz settled on a bed of soft leaves Tarzan had prepared. Tonight, Tarzan protect Fritz. Tomorrow, Fritz must protect himself. As darkness fell over the jungle, Fritz lay awake listening to the symphony of night sounds. Prowling cats, hunting owls, the distant call of creatures he couldn't identify. For the first time since the shipwreck, he felt truly small in the face of nature's vast power. Tarzan. Yes, when you saved us from the lioness today, you said you owed my family a debt. What did you mean? Tarzan was quiet for so long that Fritz thought he might have fallen asleep. Finally, the Jungle King's voice drifted through the darkness. Tarzan watched civilized family for many moons. See father teach son with patience. See mother heal wounds with gentle hand. See brother protect each other and even in danger. This is what Tarzan lost when the ape family died. Fritz felt a wave of understanding wash over him. You're lonely. Tarzan is king of jungle. Kings do not get lonely. Yes, they do. My father was a leader in our old country. He had many responsibilities. Many people depending on him. But he told me once that leadership can be the loneliest burden of all. Another long silence stretched between them. Perhaps tomorrow, after Fritz learned to survive jungle, Tarzan learned to survive friendship. As Fritz drifted off to sleep, he realized that this exchange in the wilderness was teaching both of them something neither had expected. The civilized boy was learning that true strength came from understanding his place in the natural order. The wild man was discovering that civilization's greatest gift wasn't technology or comfort. It was the bonds that connected one heart to another. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, new lessons, a new test of courage. But tonight, in the hollow tree surrounded by the endless green cathedral of the jungle, two very different worlds had begun to bridge the gap between wild and civilized, between survival and community, between the law of the jungle and the bonds of family. The real adventure was just beginning. Part 2. Hey, Bell, Regina, Charlene, Alaska, Alaskan assassin.
I start my day in silence.
There a Dio, there
Where
a
are my
Dio.
slippers? Where's my notebook? My dreams, write them down. Write down your dreams. Write down your dreams. Don't forget to write down your dreams. More silence. More silence. And now, it's time to go. My journey to where I'm going.
Quick intermission here, guys, and
It's still silent.
might go grab some tea in a
I
minute.
gather my belongings and my clothes, my garments, my gloves,
Appreciate
my
everybody
socks,
coming out
my
tonight.
heels, and I put them together in a
Larry
way
popped in
that I'm
earlier.
telling a story with my
A
appearance.
gracious gift to the channel, guys.
The silence starts to
Miss
break.
J's been a strong member for 6 months. Izzy popping off there left and right.
I put my clothes on.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
and
much.
Still,
Thank you
more
so
silence,
much.
more silence.
Thank you so
Where's my
much.
water? Drink
Where's
plenty
my
of
water?
Be
I
filled.
say, I want tea, not water.
Preparing myself for the adventure.
The
For the
adventure.
purpose of music.
He
For the
done
sound
that.
to grow within my belly. I am ready to start my day.
I am ready to start my day.
I let my vocals carry me.
Oh, you let me
Carry me to
carry
the next
you.
moment.
Let me put this on a trailer here real quick. Gosh, what am I doing? Media assets.
More silence, more silence. And now, it's time to go. My journey to where I'm going is steady and still silent.
Hey, Lori, how you doing? Lori Nussbaum. Welcome, welcome. Regina, you doing in Texas? Lawless in the world. Good looking, Izzy. Your headaches about gone? That's good. Sweet ass sugar, sugar, sweet ass sugar. Boom, chicken raw.
I put my clothes on.
Chicken raw.
And still more silence, more silence. Where's my water? Drink plenty of water.
Texas
Be
tingling.
fluid. Be
That's
one
hot,
with
that's
water. Be one with air.
Thanks, Tarzan.
Preparing myself
How you
for the
doing,
adventure,
Miss Southern
for the
Belle?
purpose of music, for the sound to grow within my belly. I am ready to start my day. I let my vocals carry me to the next moment.
Doing all right. Thank you. How you doing? Izzy Pop. Tingle, 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 tingle. Skus, 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 skus. A dragon. Lost in the world. Skus, skus, skus. Oh, yeah, that tea's good. Dawn broke through the canopy like golden arrows, illuminating a world transformed by the night's events. Fritz woke to find Tarzan already moving silently around the makeshift camp, his movements economical. Check. Check. Fritz woke to find Tarzan already moving silently around their makeshift camp, his movements economical and purposeful.
Day 2 begin. Today, Fritz learned most important jungle law, which is Fritz stood, stretching his muscles, which were sore from sleeping on the ground. How to save life of brother. Before Fritz could ask what he meant, the sound of gunshots echoed across the jungle. Distant but unmistakably human. Both young men froze, their heads turning toward the sound like hunting dogs catching a scent. Your family? Fritz's blood ran cold. They might be in trouble. More shots rang out, followed by shouting voices. Fritz couldn't make out his father's voice calling orders, his mother's cry of alarm. We have to help them. Fritz started toward the sounds, but Tarzan caught his arm. Run blind, help no one. Jungle, teach patient. We scout first, then act. Despite every instinct screaming at him, Fritz forced himself to follow Tarzan's lead. They moved swiftly but silently through the jungle, using the canopy roads that only Tarzan knew existed. Within 20 minutes, they reached a ridge overlooking the Robinson settlements. What Fritz saw below made his heart stop. A group of rough-looking men had surrounded the Robinson treehouse, their weapons trained on Fritz's family. Pirates, by their appearance, the kind of desperate criminals who haunted the shipping lanes, preying on isolated settlements. There were 8 of them, led by a scarred brute who gestured threateningly at Johann Robinson.
Where's the boy? We know you've got another son. We've seen the tracks.
My son is hunting. He won't return until evening.
Then we wait. But we ain't patient men. Every hour we wait, someone in your family pays the price.
Fritz watched in horror. One of the pirates grabbed his younger brother Ernst, pressing a knife to the boy's throat. His mother Elizabeth. His father raised his hands in surrender.
Pirates come to island sometime, Tarzan whispered. Take foot, take food, take people for slaves. Very dangerous.
8 against 2. What are our chances? Tarzan studied the scene below with the tactical mind of someone who had spent his life surviving against impossible odds. pirate strong with gun. But pirate not to know jungle. Jungle is our weapon. What do you have in mind? Fritz must choose, stay safe or risk all to save family. Fritz looked at his jungle teacher with amazement. That's not a choice at all. They're my family. Tarzan's fierce expression softened into something that might have been a smile. Good answer. Now Tarzan teach advanced jungle law. For the next hour, the Jungle King shared knowledge that no civilized military academy could provide. He showed Fritz how to use the terrain, the wildlife, and the pirates' own assumptions against them. Together they prepared a plan that was audacious, dangerous, and completely dependent on perfect timing. Remember, Tarzan said as they prepared to act, jungle gives strength to those who respect, but jungle punish those who try conquer. Fritz nodded. His heart hammering, but his mind clear. Everything he'd learned in the past day and a half about moving silently, reading the environment, trusting his instincts, would be put to the ultimate test. The plan began with Tarzan's voice. From the jungle around the settlement came a sound that made every man below freeze in terror. The honey roar of a massive predator, amplified and distorted by the trees until it seemed to come from everywhere at once.
What the hell was that?
One of the pirates said.
Lion. A big one. I think I hear a big one. Lions don't live on islands, you fool. Then what?
The roar came again. This time closer. They listened quietly. Sounds something large crashing through the underbrush. Pirates turned their weapons toward the jungle, momentarily forgetting their captives. That was Fritz's cue. He dropped from the trees behind the settlement, landing silently near the weapons cache his family had been built for hunting. In seconds, he had armed himself with a rifle and his father's crossbow. Weapons he learned to use well during their 3 years of survival. The jungle erupted with chaos. Tarzan burst from the foliage like a force of nature. Wild cries split in the air as he launched himself at the nearest pirate. The man went down hard, his weapon flying into the bushes. Fritz emerged from behind the treehouse, his rifle trained on the pirate captain. Let go of my brother.
Well. The missing boy. Drop your weapon or your family dies.
Wrong choice. Fritz replied and fired. His shot took the pistol right out of the captain's hand, sending the man diving for cover. The battle that followed was brief but fierce. 8 desperate pirates against a wild jungle king and a young man fighting for his family's life. Tarzan moved like liquid violence, using the environment as his weapon. He swung from vines to drop on enemies from above, used thick branches as clubs, and seemed to anticipate every move his opponents made. When 2 pirates cornered him near the lagoon, he led them into the shallows where the crocodiles Fritz had seen earlier made short work of the threads. Fritz fought with a precision and calm that surprised even himself. Lessons of the jungle, patience, awareness, reading his environment served him well. When a pirate tried to flank him through the gardens his mother had cultivated, Fritz was ready with the crossbow. When another attempted to climb to the treehouse, Fritz used his knowledge of the settlement's defenses to trap him on a platform with no escape. Turning point came when the remaining pirates tried to use Ernst as a human shield. The boy was only 14, but 3 years of jungle living had made him resourceful. What happened next would be burned into Fritz's memory forever. Tarzan didn't just defeat the final pirates. He dominated them so completely that they begged for mercy. Convinced they were facing some jungle demon rather than a man. The 8 pirates lay unconscious or fled, and the Robinson family stood reunited in the shadow of their treehouse fortress. Fritz! His mother cried, embracing him tightly. Oh, Fritz. We thought when you didn't return last night, I was learning things I never could have imagined. Johann approached Tarzan cautiously. The Jungle King stood apart from the family reunion, his chest heaving from exertion, his eyes still wide from battle. You saved our lives, all of us. How can we ever repay you? Tarzan looked at Fritz, then at the family gathered around their son. Something shifted in his expression. The walls coming down, the decision being made. Tarzan has payment. Tarzan wants to learn about family, about belonging. Elizabeth Robinson, despite having just witnessed this wild man's terrible fighting skills, stepped forward without fear. Then you'll stay for dinner, as long as you like after that. First, Johann added with a scholar's curiosity, perhaps you could tell us about yourself, your story, how you came to be king of this jungle. The sun set over the island's paradise. The most unlikely gathering in maritime history settled around the Robinson family's dinner table. A Swiss professor and his family. A young man caught between two worlds. And a jungle king who was just beginning to learn that the strongest law of all might not be survival of the fittest, but the bonds that made survival worthwhile. Fritz looked around the table and realized that everything had changed. His family was safe. His education in the jungle had made him stronger. And somehow, in the space between wilderness and civilization, they had all gained something none of them expected. They gained a brother. The adventure was far from over, but for tonight, in the glow of oil lamps and the warmth of unexpected friendship, the island felt less like a place of exile and more like a home. Home where the laws of the jungle and the bonds of family could coexist, each making the other stronger. And in the jungle beyond their camp, the sounds of the night seemed less threatening and more like a lullaby. The ancient song of a world where different species could learn to live together, protect each other, and call each other family. The end. Final word count, about 2,000 words. Well, thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's been a ScullyPop production. Good evening, Sherry. Thank you for putting those emojis out there. Thank you for being a member, Regina, Sherry, Izzy, hey, Lakeside Laura. How you doing? Good to see you. Howdy do. Rocket blast. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Rocket tinkles. Sweet as sugar. Sweet star. Shout out to you, Dan Anderson. God bless, brother. Thank you for being here. Hey, Mr. Smith, Scott Smith. A lot of good faces out there. TGIF, thank God it's Friday. Pat's fan. Oh, Texas Regina, been a member for 4 months. I'm that far behind in chat, my goodness. Oh, it's hot up here. Dang. I think I caught up. So yeah, I've been enjoying these short story reads. They don't take quite as long to put together as a theater production, but I know y'all were waiting on one of those, but I'm just trying to find the right workflow. Izzy Pop, interview me. Yeah. I love you, YouTube. What do you love better, bacon or YouTube? Oh, thank you so much, country girl. Scuss. I don't care as long as I have my tea. Oh, you silly man. Get some coffee. Oh, yeah. I think that went pretty well. Yeah. Thank you for dropping links, Izzy Pop and Lawless, Misha Lee, moderator extraordinaire, TWP Popcorn. Big shout out to Dan Anderson and his rock and roll. Better than a cup of coffee some mornings. You see some cool art, go over there and check out Wheat's art. Yeah, for sure. Both, but bacon smells better. Yeah. Some coffee, that thick slab. Y'all like thick bacon or thin bacon? Thick or thin? You like, Scott, you like them thick or thin, man? Talking about bacon. What about you, Rocket Blast? You like them thick or thin? Wheat's art? Thick, huh? Thick and crispy? Mmm. Oh, yeah. Medium and crispy. Okay, that's another choice. Yeah. Misha likes it thick. Man, I don't think anybody said thin yet. Y'all don't like that thin Waffle House bacon? Yeah, I get my name wrong a lot, I know. I like that real thin bacon that just melts in your mouth. I like them thick too. Well, all I can do is talk about it, really. I can't eat it anymore. Set my gallbladder off. Well, I could just stick that big old slab in my mouth and chew on it like beef jerky. That's so funny. They had that comment, Rocket Blast. I love thick for sure. Figures. Oh my God. That's freaking hilarious. The algorithm bot. Yeah, of course. Is your headache gone all the way? Whew.
I start my day.
I got to do a little bit of work tomorrow, some physical labor.
Where's my notebook?
But that's cool. I'm pretty good at it, so.
Write down your dreams. Don't forget to write down your dreams.
Oh my God.
More silence. More silence. And now.
Say, look, it ain't PG-13 over here, so what the fuck, right?
My journey to where I'm going.
Yeah, if you get that pork belly done just right. My sister, man, she showed up with this pork belly one time. I thought I'd like to die eating that, man. I was like,
My socks, my heels.
I can't remember how they did it.
Put them together.
I want to say they did it on the grill, but all the fat's off. They caramelized properly.
The silence starts to break.
Yeah, yummers and the Nate, I know.
Engage how I feel.
You don't want any hooves?
Put my clothes on.
Little pickled pig foot.
Still, more silence. More silence.
Good thing about a pickled pig
Where's
foot,
my water?
you know, back in the day,
Be fluid.
walk into the pick pack or convenience store and there'd be a big old glass jar of pickled pig feet and pickled eggs. And
For the purpose of music.
you know, my uncle and my dad always be like, you can go ahead and get you one, boy.
I am ready to start.
Dig down in there with them tongs and pull out a good looking pig's foot that's got like a, and he'd always be like, make sure you get a hair on there on that knuckle
Next moment.
so you can floss your teeth with it after. I'm like, all right, Daddy. Hey, Dave, what's up, buddy? Dave's not here in the house. It sounds like a paradox. Dave's not here. Dave. No, I'm Dave, man.
No, it's me, man. Open up. I got the stuff, man.
Dave's not here.
My day in silence.
No, man. I'm Dave.
Where are my slippers? Where's my notebook? My dreams, write them down. Write down your dreams. Write down
That
your
good
dreams.
pork belly.
Don't forget to write down your
That's
dreams.
almost thick enough for pork belly right there.
More silence.
Anyway, we'll switch over. I need to make some, I don't know why I didn't even think of that. Make some tea instead of coffee, make some tea shots.
My journey to where I'm going.
Actually, I don't know if I like those as much as I like this one. That looks more realistic right there. That kind of look a little bit fake, don't it, y'all?
My socks. My heels. And I put them
Where's
together
my
in a
coffee?
way that I'm telling a story with my appearance.
You're not having coffee. You're gonna have tea.
The silence starts to break. I start to sing to myself.
Yeah,
Engage
give me a
how I feel.
quaalude, man. My
I put my
eyeballs.
clothes on.
This is what your eyes do on quaaludes.
More silence. More silence. Where's my water? Drink plenty of water. Be fluid. Be one with water. Be one with air. Preparing myself for the adventure. For the purpose of music. For the sound to grow within my belly. I am ready to start my day.
I'm ready to eat the pork belly.
I let my vocals carry me. Carry me to the next moment.
Super wow. $1 million. 0 calories. Okay. They added sound effects to StreamYard, didn't they? What are those? Sounds, okay. More sound. Huh. Oh, man. Oh my God. Y'all heard that or not? Drag and drop sounds to upload. I don't want to look at that right now. Dave, what y'all been up to? Izzy Pop, you good? Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Robinson Crusoe meets Tarzan. Thanks so much, Bungie. Blaster, $1 million. Zero calories.
ScullyPop with stories to share. From the page to the stage, I've done it all. Books on the shelf and curtain calls. I whisper tales in the dead of night with a little ta-ta-ta just to feel right. And if you need some tingles down your spine, ska, 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 yeah, that sound is mine. And buckle up, it's quite the ride. We're going deep, no need to hide. Where the entertainment doesn't stop. You're tuned in now to ScullyPop. So close your eyes and enjoy the glide, and we'll see you on the other side. I've read my novels by candlelight, with every chapter feeling just right. I'm the author that reads to you slow, with rhythm and rhyme in every flow. My fingers snap, the mic goes hot. Live from the heart, I give all I got. A little jazz, a touch of noir, mix in some ASMR and you're not far. Ska, 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 ta, 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 let the rhythm carry you. Ta, 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 ska, 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 feel the story, feel the vibe. You're vibing now with ScullyPop. So dim the lights and let it slide, and we'll see you on the other other side. Yeah. Stories whispered, curtains raised, books turned to gold and voices praised. I'm just the guide on this wild old ride. And if you're still with me, I'll see you on the other side. Da, da, da.
Jingle brain.